everybody. We are just going to have a quick look at the Bitcoin chart and a couple of other crypto assets that we are seeing today. It's just coming up to 9:30 AM in the London European session, and here we are with our 1 hour range on BTC. So the daily and the 4 hour is up and trending, still pretty high, but on the lower time frame 1 hour that we are on here, we're forming this range now. So we can see from the value area highs, sell signals from the TRDR console, very nice, coming down, wick, liquidation bounce, and then 40k defended so far. Come back up into the center of the range, not quite the POC, and we sell off again. So this is just a typical auction of the range. At some point one of these sides is going to break, and if you are trading a range, you have to appreciate that, and basically just, you know, no real bias. So at the minute, up at these highs again, we've just wicked some of these previous highs here, and we have got another big chunk of distribution or supply going in from spot markets here. We'll have a look at that in the order books in a second. So yeah, most liquidity has been taken on BTC to this top side, you know, and then the way you look at this is basically, if you were going to push even higher, where do you go to next? I mean, I think it'd be brilliant if you could reach up there past just really just take, this was a weekend, I think it'd be really nice if you could just go and take those weekend highs. But as we'll see from the order book in a minute, you have got quite a bit of defense going on here from spot markets selling into this zone. So I'm not sure if we can reach up there, but that would be really optimal for a short. And I'm not bearish in general on the whole trend. I just think this could, you know, come down and you know, seek some lower bid. 40k defended so far. I think if we do drop down here, I'd be interested to see what bid we do get there. I'd be of the frame of mind that area could fail if we come down, and then that might be quite nice to finally, eventually, just go and take some of this lower liquidity before, you know, below 40k, maybe below 38. That'd be really nice. Just treat that as an opportunity. So yeah, yesterday over the weekend we were bid again, bounced, and then we had this real low, nasty little wick here that took out some old previous lows. As I was watching this yesterday, I was still quite happy to hunt some alt longs, because a lot of alts were really bid on the books, so you just had to kind of like wait for this opportunity. And the thing with this zone was the open interest was really low. Funding was resetting with LS ratios. So if you're familiar with this chart and this template and the volume king, you know, contracts were out the books. Who are you selling to here? So sellers did a really bad job, and we got the bounce. If we go and look at the book now on BTC, we'll see what we got there. So this was our wick yesterday, and basically spot had already filled back here. So these guys aren't just gonna, you know, come out of their spot positions just because of a wick like that. They'll probably observe and then see what happens. But if we look at what Perps was like, Perps was really bid here. And again, this is what you want to see for a trend, to be honest. If the market is trending, you want to see Perps with double and triple bands like this following price up. As we can see now, so you can see on the bands here, and then if you just look at the ratios, so that Perps bid has dissipated now, and is now 5 to 10% away. If we look at the spot markets, we've got some spot selling just below the POC here. So, you know, as I say, I think it'd be really nice to reach up to this zone, this 44.1k zone, but I'm not sure we're going to get it, to be honest. Not sure we're going to get it. So Binance with some selling, Coinbase with some heavy selling here. So double bands, pretty rare to see that. I don't really fight those guys on that. Qcoin have had some selling. Perps are obviously just doing a bit of market making, probably coming out of a few positions. The only people that are a little bit bid here is Bitstamp, but I don't really care for that too much. This could easily fail. You know, it's only spot market. Could easily fill that and just leave them behind. So we have come from really nice depth down here, 500 million, but yet again we are just distributing a little bit up here. So let's see what we get. Do we rotate back down, you know, and really seek out an auction lower, Or, you know, does this does this offer and supply just get absorbed? I think it'd be nice now that we are back in this range just to come down a little bit, even if it was 41k, and then just see where we are from there. A few of the higher altcoin assets are in supply as well, so if we just go and have a look at AVAX getting distributed a little bit, and if you just have a quick look at a 4-hour and a daily chart, it's really high. So AVAX in distribution a little bit. Another one is Sol. Let's have a look at Sol. So Sol is really getting distributed here. There's been a few nice you know, trades you could have had. This was obviously a bit difficult. Nice short there. I'll come out of your long-term long positions on perps, whatever, and then we can just see we're hitting supplies now. And this is this on perps as well. If I just go over to the spot market, we can see we're just hitting some supply here as well. But perps traders really wanting to get out of their Sol positions. We can see all the alerts firing here. So yeah, nice short I think on Sol. And then another interesting one that I believe is in price discovery fairly high up is Engine. He's really hitting some spot supply here as well, and perps traders coming out of that as well, just on the lower time frame here. So yeah, we'll see what we get today. I think it'd be quite nice to run BTC back a little bit. Let's check liquidity quickly, because when we were at those lows, as I say, the open interest was quite high, so a lot of contracts coming out of the books. People had either sold already. You know, there wasn't a lot of people you could sell to down here, and sellers were doing a bad job. Spot liquidity is quite high here still on the 1 hour time frame. I'm sure on the 4 hour it is. You can see the kind of levels it gets to, 750 million. And we are just, you know, we're teetering up there at 650 towards 700 million. And yeah, on the 1 hour time frame, open interest just coming right up here. Okay, so yeah, nice area to hedge some shorts again, I believe, and then, you know, bring it back a little bit, see what altcoins are catching bid, see if Bitcoin can catch some bid in the 40k zone or lower, and I think that would be really nice. Another coin just to remember while I'm looking at this, because this just flashed up in my alerts earlier, LTC spot double bands. Now this is it's an old school way of thinking on this asset, but whenever I see this on LTC, it's almost like a liquidity checker almost. It's such an old school coin. I don't know who is buying LTC on spot, or I guess some people do for transactions and stuff, but you know, who's trading it, you know, actively at the minute. But whenever I see this on LTC, if BTC's in supply as well, not a good sign. All right, so it did come from good bid here. That was actually a really nice long yesterday, really nice valid long. You do not want to see old school LTC looking like this when BTC's in supply. Call it the liquidity checker. You just don't want to see that. The amount of times I've seen LTC do this and we have a quick flash crash, it's ridiculous. Even the other year at the 68k highs, LTC, look, I'm not saying you know, this is the end, but LTC looked like this at the same time Bitcoin did, and we flash crashed 4k. It was a nice trade. So yeah, just to be aware of, keep in the back of mind, put LTC in your alerts, because it is a nice barometer of the market as we go along. Alright, so yeah, BTC hitting some supply. Let's see what happens here. I think it's a nice head short, to be honest, especially if you can get in up here. If it goes higher, great, but at the minute I can't see it. There is some distribution, heavy distribution going on at the minute. Okay, so we are live in the Discord a little bit later on at the US Open. If you've got any questions about the console, TRDR console, or anything market related, just give us a shout in there and we can do a bit of a Q&A and open chat. Alright guys, so US Open live in the Discord. Speak soon. Cheers.
I bet your margins are pretty nice and fat.
Let's not talk about my margins, by the way.